see it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you big fanny. Happy birthday to you.
Welcome everybody to tonight's 28. Oh wait, hold up. 2018, not 2017. 2018 Plumes of Hazard. Yes, we are still on the air. I am Mass Blast 09, and here are my co-hosts. All the way from 9 degrees in Texas. We have Angst Leone.
Slanjava, everyone.
Slanchalana. He didn't have to put his Diet Cokes in the fridge because it was warmer in the fridge than it was outside.
It's true.
And all the way from bringing Mariah Carey her tea spiked with some cream of some young guy is Fubaka. Welcome.
Did you see the, speaking of Mariah Carey, did you see that picture of the Undertaker rising up from his grave and it says Mariah Carey on December 1st?
I love it. That was the worst fucking thing. I'm like sitting there and I turn to my wife. I'm like, what are you watching? She goes, I don't know. A train wreck?
Straight up. I don't think I've watched a New Year since Dick Clark died. Straight up.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What happened?
Mariah Carey had some fuck up last year at New Year's that I didn't see. And then apparently she did it again or just, I don't know.
Oh, is that right? I actually do remember. I was at a party or something last year and we saw her like being like really rude and blaming people for fucking up and stuff. Yeah.
Her mic, they cut off her mic or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So it happened again this year?
Cut off her voice. And
she just sucked.
Interesting.
And she blamed it on not having hot tea up on the stage. On
the alcohol.
Sure. I wanted to play Why the Fuck You Lying?
Or maybe she's that prissy she needed hot tea.
How awesome would that have been? Just hack into the soundboard real quick and be like, why the fuck you lying?
I mean, if I was Mariah Carey, I'd act that way. Fuck.
Yeah, pretty much. She acts that way because they let her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's happening, y'all? 2018, 1-1. Welcome. Happy birthday, Angst Leone. Happy birthday to Matt Blast 09. Happy birthday to everybody.
I was going to show a peak chart, and I'm scrolling to find it. That was posted the other day. Here it is.
And yes, this was Todd singing Happy Birthday to Angsty last year, actually.
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago, yeah.
So Jason Hunt posted this in the Plumes group over Christmas, and I thought it was worthy of a share. Because I thought it was funny. Did you see this?
No, I did. That's awesome.
And make it bigger for people to see. So maybe not that big. There we go. Pop, pop, pop. Look at how irritated that little songbird looks. That's my favorite part of it, his little eyes.
Tingle bells, scrat.
Tingle bells.
Hap.
I do apologize if I sound like doo-doo. Those are just my lungs recovering from all the fiberglass that I inhaled.
Somebody did insulation.
What did you insulate? I saw pictures, but I didn't know what you're doing.
Did you insulate yourself from outside culture?
I was just rolling. If I was rolling around in the grass in the fields of Lake Minnetonka and drying myself off with. Or what was it? Who was it that said that shit works good as toilet paper? Dong Magnum. I'm like, oh god! Could you imagine using fucking Installation is toilet paper. I was insulating above my garage,
Above
my
your
attic,
Okay.
above my garage. Yeah, the that area was decked already, so it was a pain in the ass. Had to pull up the decking and put the insulation down, and so. But yeah, made big difference. Even the day that it was probably close to 80 out here. Difference in the panels when shooting it from in the garage. Without insulation, it was like 81, and with it was like 73. So yeah,
Well, no fans,
difference.
or you have fans in there.
Well, no. I mean, that's just the surface temperature.
Oh,
So that was with decking. Yeah, it's fucking hot. So,
Yeah, it's my garage is directly underneath most of my attic. I mean, my attic it spans most of this floor, the front half of the house, and it's 150 degrees in there in the summer. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And when I was putting in the decking when we moved in, I put the decking in. I didn't bother insulating it because
Yeah, you're gonna be out there. Yeah.
no, it's insulated above my house. The part that's above my
Right.
interior
Yeah.
house, that's all insulated. But
Yeah, and it's crazy though, man, because I was talking to a buddy of mine, and people do some crazy shit in the warmer climate, garages, because they think that a lot of the AC units are outside in the garage.
Yeah.
They think they can cut a hole in the AC unit and blow air into the garage, not knowing that those units are sized for the house.
yeah,
And the air has to come from somewhere. So what do? Then they cut a hole in the return.
yeah,
And there's a reason why the door in your garage, from your garage to your house, weighs 150 pounds, at least in newer houses. It's because it's a fire door, because you're going to have combustible chemicals out in the garage. So, I mean, what's some of the best, because I was trying to find the ratio of the insulation of how much you can compress it. When you compress insulation, it doesn't work as well.
right.
So R30 is usually what they say you want in this area with a moisture barrier. And when you compress that to the size of between 2x4, so about 3.5 inches, it goes down to R17. So you're paying for R30, and you're only getting the R value R17. But anyways, one of the things, one guy was like, "Oh, just leave your garage cracked about an inch, and then cut a hole in the ceiling in your garage, and you'll have that convection of the hot air rising." Like, dude, if you have a fire, this shit's gonna become a fucking blowtorch.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why the finished garages are like that, is to prevent fires from spreading through your house, carbon monoxide, any other shit that you're doing in the garage. So
That's right.
but yeah, some funny shit of people trying to skimp and not do the work. So
Yeah, they're discussing weather in the in chat. It's actually up to 28 here today. The low today was like 11 or something. It was pretty chilly for North Texas. I didn't do much outside today. Didn't do much outside. I think the feels like temperature was like 9 yesterday. It was quite chilly.
yeah.
Med,
Jesus.
making sure chat's seeing you.
dude, I'm just.
Yeah.
My hands aren't working right now. My room's not warm yet. It's so cold in the bee.
Should we knock out what we're vaping on early today?
I'm vaping on piss and the limo and the Mulcaber angsty.
Was Sean here?
Right. I'm vaping on my gloom is back on top of it, and an open tip. And I've got a red cracker shockingly in there. My other freehand, my walnut, is actually got abolishment in it. So I'm vaping abolishment again. The reason is because I wanted to test the Narca on something that wasn't a bakery, right? Because I've been running it with Railcracker a lot. So I'm using it's actually really good. I think it might be slightly better in that than the Railcracker was. I think Railcracker is better elsewhere. And of course, I got the Billbox Ref for it's got abolishment in it, as it always does. That's it. Master, what'd you vape today?
I didn't vape on anything. I haven't vaped on anything for the past 2 days. My throat's been all kinds of
Oh, yeah,
fucking,
that's right. You said you had a cold.
Yeah. I've been hawking up some fucking Green Lagoon Lugers. So I don't know, man. Here's the problem.
same green
I'm out there. I haven't been sick for a while, and usually the sickness is from the temperature changes. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, that doesn't make you sick, but fuck, man, when it's 50, 56, 50s here, and then when you wake up and it's 56, 57, and you're out there working, and then by 9, 10 a.m. it's already in the 70s. It's fucking temperature change.
Without fail, the first up until this past spring, usually every spring I get the once a year when it's warm enough that offices have their ACs on, and they always go OD with it. Yeah. Even if it's fucking 73 degrees outside, that shit's gonna be on 64. That if I have to going in and out of warm weather and OD air conditioning like that, I'd get a sinus infection without fail.
Yeah, and I'm sure it had. I was wearing a mask when I was
64.
When I was putting insulation up, but not the whole time. So I'm sure that I inhaled whatever the fuck's been, settling up there and whatever's. Because dude, I've forgotten how that bat insulation, how you really don't see it unless you have like a flashlight and you're just pointing it in one direction and you see the shit just like glistening through the air. You're like, oh damn, that's glass.
Yeah, that's glass. That's real good to sniff up.
I was gonna grab a piece, put it in the oven, and pour some juice on it, and vape it. Vape your 420 fag.
Will beat me to the joke. The mesothelioma attorneys are standing by, Masty.
You may be entitled to compensation. If you had transvaginal mesh go awry. They get those ads too. I'm sure other people see them in other markets.
Oh fuck! Sandwich said it's 91 there. Oh, that's because he's in Aussie land. So his it's summer there. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Is he saying it like this?
Yeah, probably. I assume so.
Did you know that Australia is like one of the #1 places to get sand from? So the Emirates are running out of sand to build shit because they've dredged up all the oceans around them to build those, the palms,
all the islands.
Yeah. Well, because apparently the only sand that's suitable to build on is from the ocean floor or sand that is from the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And because you think, oh, well, they got all these deserts, just go out and get that sand. Well, that sand doesn't compact and all this. So yeah, they're from Australia. Australia is a #1 seller to everywhere else in the world for sand.
That makes sense. They got a lot of it in the outback. Like the whole middle of that country continent is.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if they're getting it from there or if they're getting it from the waters around them.
Oh, that's true. You did say it was the seafloor.
Yeah, but yeah, it's one of those down the YouTube rabbit holes. There was a documentary about it, about how we're running out of sand, which is, when you think about it, they use it in everything, in glass and plastics and freaking concrete. Concrete's, for the one thing that takes it up. So,
where did vaginal mesh come up in chat? That's weird.
Well, I said it when we were talking about mesothelioma. It was another settlement ad that I've seen off and on around here.
Gotcha.
And then I said, well, in chat, why would you get vaginal mesh? You don't have to worry about shorts or dry hits or.
So it is Christmas. So I am enjoying a fine drink. Tonight we're doing and again, I hope I say this right. That's the Balvenie, I believe. It's one of my favorite kind of middle-y, normal priced scotches. Whiskeys, as it were. I bought a couple. There's a guy down the street that my wife made us go to it's a Christmas party or whatever, like a block Christmas party, and one of the guys there that I
in your neighborhood.
Yeah, in my neighborhood. One of the guys there I didn't know said he wanted to start a Scotch club. I was like, all right. He found out that I like it, so I bought that and a Dalwhinnie, and I've already got some Everlauer and Edwardauer and a couple others. So I think I'm set for sharing at some point.
So you guys, everybody was hanging around then.
Mm-hmm. We were
all right.
That's what we're doing.
Was it at night?
Yeah.
Oh, it was dark outside. Okay.
It was dark outside.
Okay.
And it was not.
Was there a lot of people there?
Mm-hmm.
It was a party. Hello.
It was.
Well,
There
were
was
there-
a lot of people there.
It wasn't.
Were you lit by the orange flames of fire? Did you guys have a bonfire?
We did not have a bonfire.
You know that I was gonna say, that's illegal in city limits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you will burn churches and houses and all kinds of things down.
I know what you're driving at. And yes, 75% of the people there were probably white.
Why you gotta make it about race? It's dangerous with fire. You know how quick the fire moves in fucking Texas?
I know what you're
Do you
driving.
not remember our infographic from last week, Anxel Vapor?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, actually. Shit.
But
We took a week off.
the different people were represented well. Was
this Christmas or was it New Year's?
Christmas.
Oh, okay. I saw it in chat. I had to.
Oh man.
All right. Continue your story.
Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Is Todd
Darkness is.
Damn it! Todd said that's not how I say it. Fuck me. I asked you in chat if that's how I say it.
Oh shit, he's here. Somebody,
We could summon him more readily than Mooch.
wait a minute. All we gotta do is play the video and he shows up. What in the hell? He's probably sleeping.
He's not sleeping.
He's got an alarm.
To my credit, I did ask because I wasn't sure how to say it. I did swear.
This is the face he's making right now.
He's got he kind of looks like an anime character there.
It's the face he's making at you right
A
now.
little tear.
Yeah. We can do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give him a little. You want it black or you wanted a blue one for the tears of his enemies? Oh, that's like he got shanked.
No, he's like an anime character, not a cholo.
Hang on.
Oh, what happened? Was it? Oh, you erased his cheek. Oh, no, it's back.
All right. Okay. We'll give him a lighter tear. Here we go. There we go. All right.
Is that blue? That's blue. It's a good thing it wasn't Irish green. That's for damn sure.
Señor todo. Fumanchuto.
That definitely looked like.
Yo! Can you give him a high top fade, please? I feel like his hair in this is ripe for it.
It's gonna take forever. I need to go to the brush to do that.
Todd and play.
There you go. There you go.
Now he just looks Russian.
All right, now use the finer brush and give him a tape up. Boom.
Oh man, I can't.
No, all you have to do is just fill it in. Just fill it in this. That's what I'm saying. You didn't have to do the lines, but that's great. He looks like he's wearing a Russian hat. Or no, he's about to fight some bulls.
All right, enough of Todd. We'll leave him alone.
That's so. Louis said the poor Mark, the pun of Poe jokes. The only reason we joke is because we love.
Yes. Notice I haven't made a magnet joke within the past 2 months.
So I was gonna make that. I was gonna make a joke about magnets in chat, and I decided to leave that to chat.
Well done.
Yeah.
There's some restraint. It's good. Todd, are you gonna,
unless he leaves out a curveball on Facebook that I'm actually gonna smack out of the park. Then
type it, Todd. Type it phonetically in Facebook chat, and I will say it correctly because I want to say it right. I want to say it right. You always heard the L. Hey, look, it's L.
Right in the room.
So let's talk because I did get a question about the gloom. So my gloom is back, which I'm very, very excited about. And so we found out why it took a minute to come back, and I don't think it's inappropriate for me to go ahead and say why it took a minute to come back. But before that, I do want to say thank you to Aaron and thank you to Ace for getting this back to me. I do appreciate it. Those are the guys that kind of coordinate the warranty repair stuff in the States. So thank you to those two guys. And also thank you obviously to Dayon. So what happened was apparently it fell off his bench, his repair bench, and it may have gotten lost. And they kind of forgot.
Oh.
So Dayon.
So what you saying when he's cleaning? When he was cleaning, he was like, "Oh, there it is."
Yeah. This is actually a brand new one that did arrive, and it's working fantastically. It's back to being very happy. I did miss the gloom quite a bit, as much as I really like the walnut. As much as I like the walnut, the gloom is where it's at. It's just a slight bit more skinny, and I don't worry about it getting dinged or anything because it's made out of basically a rifle stock. It's good. It's good. So that is back. It's working great. I did also take apart my walnut, and I have never actually taken apart the 510. I took it down to component pieces and cleaned it, because I think that was part of the problem that I was having with a little bit of a wonky thing going on. Why it wasn't like broken, but it was not discharging a battery fully towards the end of it. So I took it apart on recommendation from Dayon, and it seems to be back to working pretty well. But I haven't used it very much because I've been using my gloom over the break mostly. But at some point, I probably should do like a full breakdown video on how this comes apart and goes back together, because I didn't know. And I was a little reticent to take it apart because I did. Well, it's got to go back. If I screw it up, it's got to go a long way to get fixed. And yeah. So I did take it apart. I probably should shoot a video at some point of how to take it back together, because it's a pain in the ass. Well, it wasn't a pain in the ass. I thought it was going to be a pain in the ass, and I thought I was going to break it because I know that since it's a MOSFET, it's obviously got some wires and stuff going in there, and I didn't want to just start yanking at it to take it apart. But that's kind of what you have to do to it. Right. Oh, I missed a bunch of stuff. Lippy says Belvi me. Isn't that what I said? I thought I said Balvini. Anyway, but again, it's probably wrong. It is probably wrong. Ace said he did make a video. Oh, my bad, buddy. I didn't know you made a video. Good. Now I don't have to do it. Oh, that's good. What else did I miss? Addy said, oh, Addy did say that earlier. I forgot to address that. He was having some problems with Canthal making it work right. That's fine, buddy. No problem. Ain't no thing.
But a chicken wing on a string.
Mm-hmm. You have to have baby hands to fix.
You have to have baby hands to fix.
Oh, you have to have baby hands to fix. I have the opposite of baby hands. I've got
sausage fingers.
Yeah, no, I've absolutely got haggis for fingers, and I managed to get it back in there, and it did take a little doing, but again, that's because I was being real ginger with it. But I did manage to get it apart and not break it, and it's doable for anybody that doesn't know. Now, if I was going to have to resolder this, holy shit, you're not kidding. I have no idea how I don't know how he makes them because I don't know how he would get in there. I assume some of that has to be made beforehand and then install it. But I have no idea because all the leads are really quite short, and yeah. What else? Ace, if you've got a video, feel free to put it in chat in case somebody is after it. Dayon is a wizard. I definitely have mentioned that before. So yeah, Gloom's back. It slides into my pocket a little easier than the wood one does. It goes in the fifth pocket on these jeans, and the drip tip pokes out a little bit. And I don't know. That's fine. I don't mind. Oh, speaking of soldering or soldering, if you're from over there, I actually I've used my my iron today, Masty. I busted out. Yeah, I busted out. So I had to fix a pair of headphones had come apart. So I got in there and got it twisted, gave it a little daub, little electrical tape. That worked fine. And then the other thing is my mom has got one of those charm bracelets, with like all of her travels and stuff that she and my dad, when they go around do, like she gets like a little charm. And so I soldered the little split rings to keep them from coming off. She's been concerned about that because she's lost one before because it wasn't secured. Gular, I do not want to gloom him. That's actually the only thing that, as far as like a character flaw, and Dayon is the fact that he used Ultim to make a gloom or make a freehand. Duro said that the limo makers want money up front with a 2-week delay, and that's bullshit, is what he said. It depends. If it's just going to be 2 weeks to get here, I think that's probably okay. But if it's like a pre-order thing and like you're signing up for a list and you just got to wait. But that said, the limo guys have been around for a minute. Those guys are probably good for it. They're not some new fly-by-night company or whatever. And Fu said you still like yours, right?
I like mine. I'm in the group, and they're solid. So basically, the only mod groups I'm in are either A, mods I own, or B, mods I'm thinking about buying. And I'm also trying to keep my group count low because I definitely agree with him about a lot of like the group-centric aspects of getting a nice mod. But it's one of the nice mods we have to do.
Yeah. I mean, you know how we all feel about pre-order. So I understand the hesitation. I would be as well.
But they have a lot of people sell their mods in that group too, like stateside. A lot of stateside people end up selling their mods, and there's a pretty decent secondhand market. So, yeah. But I think that's what I would do if I was interested in the mod. I'd buy one secondhand. If you're against having to pay up front for one like that,
yeah, no, that makes sense. And I guess only 2 weeks, and for an established company is probably that's right about in the window for me. I would assume,
and that's better than a lot of the more highly desired mods in terms of lead time.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It is a little odd that they asked for money up front, though, on the pre-order. That's a little bit of a bummer.
Yeah, I'd agree with the deposit or half or what have you. At least that's how I do business, half up front, if possible.
Yeah, makes sense. So besides the Gloom, which I'm very happy about, I didn't get or order any vape mail, really, besides the Narca, and we had talked about that last time. So what I was thinking maybe we could talk about was Christmas presents.
Well,
yeah.
Can I do my thing first?
What thing?
Do your thing.
Yeah. Somebody needs to read chat. Did you only read my last comment?
No, I
did. I just didn't know you want to do it now. I figured we'd do that.
I figure why not? Let's fucking do it.
Go ahead.
Live.
I'm ready.
Go.
I'm ready.
Roll it. Just a quick thank you. I forgot the Reddit user who posted this. Had we done a show last week, I probably would have remembered to look it up. But a Reddit user was vacationing in the UK and went to a shop to get juice, only to be horrified by what they saw.
Orangona?
Orangona? Gently shake.
I'm trying to get the perfect scroll speed down to auto scroll.
That was good.
Oh my god. What is that?
A little faster.
Oh, I know what's coming. Oh my god.
Oh, you bunch
Doesn't look familiar to me.
Did they use the same font and everything? Holy crap.
This is like, I think this is probably, I think I had a previous crucifixions where it was some really low effort shit like this. It's like,
Oh shit.
It's maybe on par, if not worse.
Wars.
You want
Holy
wars, man?
It's like they went and found the exact font and copied it.
Yeah, I mean, that can't be hard, at least if you're a photoshopping person.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Cocac? Coca-Cola. Okay, Skittles?
It's not even over yet.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
Bad.
Oh, my
Hey, at least
God.
they used a different bowl, didn't they? I don't know
What?
I don't know what this one's insinuating, what drink, but whatever.
Bukkake Cola?
Snack.
Oh, my God.
Snackers. I hate snackers.
Well, that's
I hate
good.
them.
At least they didn't put some G's in there. Oh my god. Do you have him presented? Just making sure.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Oh, M&M. Oh my god.
I would have been happy if there was like a picture of Slim Shady on it or something.
Dude, it's like they just cut the end off.
This was my favorite one.
With a picture of a fucking actual Oreo. Oh my gosh.
So that happened.
I don't think we've ever played this song this long. I didn't know we had a backup.
There were that many.
This is my
regulars
face.
at VCR. I'm pretty sure you saw that a couple weeks ago. It was pretty
Fucking wankles.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Wow.
This is why they got TPD
Mm-hmm.
in the UK.
Jeez.
What a bunch of jerks.
That's pretty ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
It's Coca-Cola.
Bukake cola.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola from the Kookaburra bird.
Oh, Kevin said it's snankers, not snackers. I saw snaggers.
I just caught up with chat.
Yeah, of course you
I just caught up with chat. They'll send you their mod. They have Duarte on there. I was familiar with the political climate in the Philippines. Lol.
Yeah. Gucky got spoiled apparently. We had Sean on a couple of times last month. He does. He's not on Haircraft anymore. He came on to talk about the gloom and then the gloom getting repaired and how happy he was about it, and that he's probably not going to be on for a while.
All right.
I thought I changed my battery in my mod before the show. I guess I did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know why?
Why?
Because my battery, because I am trying to rotate this particular set in my coat pocket, and I forgot to grab it when I went upstairs. Oh, you want to know something tragic that happened to me today? I had the last of my piston here, and I didn't have time to fill my shit up before I left. Threw it in my coat pocket. My coat pocket, well, my nicer coat is doesn't have the tightest pocket, so it ended up upside down when I was on the train, and I had about 1 3/4 squonk bottles left. I have like 1 and change left now. And this is change.
Sad story.
But it's okay because I have abolishment.
Yes. I just ordered some today. Actually, I suddenly realized that I only have a little bit left. Needs to be fixed. Needs to be fixed. I can't be out of abolishment. That's not right. It's not right.
I mean, I willingly am out of it for like a couple months just because, I don't know, some appreciation by deprivation type bullshit I'm on.
Yeah. Gucky, there's no scandal or anything. Sean's great. He's just...
Oh, no. He didn't leave the show because of sexual harassment allegations. No. It's been that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone who hasn't watched the show in that long thinks like it might be plausible.
No, it's all good. He's got other shit to do. So he comes on occasionally now. Chris. Do one of you want to go first? Or you want a shotgun? You want? I think I've got 2 things or 3 things to talk about. I have 3 things to talk about for Christmas.
Do it.
I'll go with one. My mom drove out. My mom and dad drove out, and she was very excited to give me this one particular present. And I'll show you why. It's a stick.
Whoa!
It's a plunger. It's a poop plunger.
It's a poop emoji.
My mom was very pleased with herself, I will say. She's like, oh, I brought myself.
She knows her son very well.
He does.
Is this going in the bathroom around the corner?
It is.
Yes.
It is indeed. I was pretty pleased about that.
Don't hope that doesn't encourage your kids to want to like clog the toilet, however way, just to use it. Or use the poop plunger.
It is still clean. It has not been used yet.
It's not been sullied.
Kyle said it's a present only a mom could give, or a brother. Yeah. I thought they were being very funny. I actually would have considered giving it to my brother. Well, not this one, but another one. I like this one.
Should get you one with Michael Bolton's face on it.
Mm-hmm.
Which Michael Bolton?
My wife and I, my wife accidentally dropped her Apple Watch a couple of months ago that I bought her a while back, and it shattered the shit out of it on the tile just from like waste time. Her band broke. She was wearing some, I don't know where she got that. It wasn't the stock band, and
they never leave the stock bands on.
No, it's terrible. So it broke, and I looked it up, and it was going to be basically impossible to repair it. Even Apple, apparently, if you're outside of warranty, charges you like 75% of a brand new one to get it repaired.
At that point, you might as well get a brand new one if you're paying.
Exactly. So we bought each other watches. So I got one now. It's pretty cool. I've enjoyed it so far. I kind of dig it. It's nice. I haven't worn a watch in a couple of years. I used to wear a Pebble. I kickstarted them a long time ago, and then when the Pebble died, I had to go back to get another watch. So there's that, and then the last thing, wife got me one of these, a Ring.
Oh, nice!
Which is pretty cool. So, and the reason she got it was I have a. I work.
Did you open it yet?
I work from home, and there are times where she isn't able to come to the door, or she's not here, running whatever errands and stuff, and somebody, some sales guy or whatever, it's inevitable that they come up and ring on the door when I'm working, and I don't have time to deal with that shit. I'm in the middle of a conference call, and I don't know if it's something important or if it's vape mail or whatever. So now I can pull up my phone and say, go away. And I don't have to get up and go deal with that.
Did you open it already?
No.
Okay. So read about having to have the online subscription, because there are other
subscription to Ring.
Yes, there are other doorbells like the one that I have that doesn't require a subscription. So
that sucks.
Yeah, it's optional, and I think it has to do with the amount of videos that you can have on the camera itself. So if you're just using it to view when you see motion, I don't think you're gonna have an issue. But if you have motion and it doesn't have, I don't think it has onboard memory to save and store the videos. Without the subscription, it can't save the video for you. So you'll be able to see that it got motion, but you won't be able to view what it was. You'll be able to view the live feed.
Okay.
So if somebody's sitting there and they ring your doorbell and they're still sitting there, the live feed, you can talk to them. Done. So.
Okay.
And I know because I'm glad that I looked at it back when I got mine, and I got a Skybell.
Yeah.
And it actually has 8 gigs of memory on board, and you don't have to have a subscription, which is the cloud subscription that they call it. So it's only like $10 a month, but a lot of people buy it and then they're like, what the fuck? I need to have a subscription, $10 a month, to have video, which again, you're usually using it when you're away from home or you see motion or something and you want to go back and look at the video, and now you have to have a subscription to do that. So
well, that's good to know, because I did have a drop cam. I got one of those a while back, and it's the same thing. Like I think you can have X amount on the cloud or whatever, but it's not much.
Yeah.
And otherwise you have to have a subscription. That makes sense. But I really was just getting this just for the live viewing anyway. It just to see whether or not I need to go and do that. But if I was going to use it that's an interesting point. If I'm going to use it for security.
Not so much security too, but I've had to go back a day or two because, I see, we don't come in through the front door. So we always come in through the garage.
Right. So
someone can set a package up there and we won't know about it right away. And I've had to go back a day or so. And sometimes, back a while back, UPS would deliver to the wrong house. And, in that case, it's really not going to help you much because it didn't sense motion. So it didn't record, but you have, proof that it wasn't, or, they delivered one package or whatever it was, but it's nice, to have that. But yeah, so if you're not going to need the subscription, then perfect. Not a problem.
Sure.
But if you are going to want to be, looking at that video later on, you're going to need it. So.
Right.
But yeah. And a lot of the delivery guys know the doorbells. So I think they're happy that the doorbell's there because, somebody comes and jack your package, you're going to see it.
Yeah.
And so when they come up, I mean, like at least the UPS guy and stuff like that, we'll push. Honestly, the main reason I got it was having a kid. UPS delivers out of here sometimes at 9 o'clock at night. And it's not just because of the holidays. I'm just talking about, that's how sometimes they'll push that doorbell. I can turn that doorbell ringer inside on and off.
Right.
And that's the best part. I mean, I think of it. So, and then, obviously all the video stuff after that. So,
right. No, that's really good. That's cool. The other thing is tough is she does that. I told you about that elevator thing, right? So she's got a few people that come by and buy that stuff from her, and she leaves it on the porch. And, and sometimes they have questions as well. And I can see if it's just some lady that I don't know, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you.
Well, but you know what though? I mean, at least with the, I'm sure you can do it with that one too. But with the Skybell, I have it set on my wife's phone and on my phone, and anyone can answer the door.
Right.
So if she picks it up first, and the only thing is I can't answer at the same time or whatever, but if she can answer the door, answer. So, if it's someone for your wife, and she sees it, she can actually, if she wants to talk to them, she can pick it up and talk to them from wherever she's at. So,
no, that's good. That's good to know. And I'll definitely look at that before I bust into the safety seal, I suppose. I'll talk
technology,
to her, see what she wants to do. That sucks.
And your Wi-Fi signal too. You want to make sure that you take your phone out there and put your phone on the other side of that brick wall.
Yeah.
And make sure that you got a signal, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, I got great Wi-Fi signal near the door, but you got to go on the other side of the Tyvek or vapor barrier that's metal sometimes, and all the other shit and brick, and see if you have a signal. So
I've got my router is actually right here in the office, the main router for the house, so it shouldn't be a problem. But you're right, it probably should check. How does it run power, by the way?
It uses the power from the doorbell. Doorbell will usually have anywhere from 12 to 18 volts.
Is that right? I didn't realize that it carried that much current. Interesting.
It just voltage. Yeah. A lot of the doorbells have lights in them.
Yeah, sure.
And it's standard. If you don't have the right voltage, they do sell kits that will step it up.
Mm-hmm.
At least for mine. And if you don't have power, there are other versions of them that are battery. So like mine has an actual built-in LiPo, so in case power goes out, it has, and that's using like almost no power whatsoever. So
sure.
But
good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, yes, Kyle. If you put a 5-ohm coil on the doorbell, you'd have a stew going. Shit, back in the 2003, 2004 hurricanes, I actually powered little flashlights, light bulbs from the telephone lines. The telephone lines are still up and running, and it had power. So
I have copper, I think, for my doorbell still, but they made this move to a digital signal a few years ago.
Is that right?
For doorbell?
No, for phone. Actually.
Oh, for phone. Yeah.
It's been sitting next to my desk, but I found this cleaning up the other day.
Hey,
this is a Bell system from Western Electric. So this thing, looked it up, is
it goes for $150 on eBay.
The handset, which I don't have, is $10 on eBay. If I saw, but I can't even use this. Fucking chumps.
Yep.
Very sad.
You'd have to have just a straight up pot line to be able to use that. Actually, I don't even know if it would pick up the rotary. I don't think so.
No, they modernized it. I mean, in some areas on Long Island where they still have like old as fuck power lines, the first ones to lose their power when a storm hits, they probably still have that shit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Old money folks.
I just realized that the other thing I was going to share, I don't think I can share yet. I think I need to keep it on the down low for now.
Side chat, what are you talking about?
I'm getting autocorrected like crazy. There we go.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'll he just got back to me, and so I can't talk about that yet.
Does he still want to come on?
Yeah, probably next week or maybe.
Oh, I'm talking about now. So fucking hop in now, do it live. No, that's fine if he wants to wait till.
Yeah, not yet. I don't think so. So that's it for me. that I could talk about for right now. Anybody else got anything interesting for Christmas?
I got some knives.
What?
I got some knives.
Yeah.
Well, you know about this one, so I got the Bulker in.
Hey.
There it is. And this, I'll tell you what, you got those big motherfucking knives in your pocket.
Yeah.
And I hate weight in my pockets. My phone is about it. This thing is so freaking light. It's just a few ounces, and it's great. And I'm sure the the talk, but the front of the blade, this part here, it's interesting because it's a thicker blade area, but it's fucking sharp as hell. And I'm guessing that you use this to basically cut tape or thicker stuff.
The top part is a false edge, right? It looks like it's an edge, but it's not.
Right. False, but I'm talking about this area here.
The Tonto area, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so this is I like it. I mean, it's got a nice belt clip you can adjust, and after you got it and I saw how light it was, there isn't so I had the other gift that I got was this is the Dragonfly from Spyderco.
Yeah.
Yep, that's a good knife.
And again, I'm not a knife guy, like you and Sean and all this other stuff, but I've always, I carry around I don't even know where I don't have one in front of me. I carry around a box cutter. These little, pimp ass box cutters you can just, change that. So I'm always, looking for one or whatever, because I've gotten used to carrying them around, and I'm like, I just need to get a knife, so I put them up on my wish list on Amazon, and got this guy and this guy. But even as light as this one is, and I don't really give a shit about, I'm not even gonna look at chat about metals and all this fucking highfalutin shit with one metal and the other. I saw people complaining about this one because the metal is VG10 and how VG10 does this and all that bullshit. This Dragonfly is the ZDP 189.
That's my old stretch is ZDP 189. It's a pain in the dick to sharpen because it's so hard, but it is a nice steel to hold on to an edge. It's good. Dude,
fucker is sharp.
Do not use that for anything other than cutting, though, because it will chip very easy. It is a thin
tool. But even as small, because I think this is the smallest and lightest Spyderco makes.
It's one of them. It's one of them. They have a couple really tiny ones.
Yeah, it's redesigned. It's really cool. I mean, I went and set up for the warranty, and they gave me like a 75% off coupon for their site. That's kind of cool. But anyways, but what's cool is the grip on this material is unbelievable. Like, look at that.
They managed to they've got that pattern down to where it's real grippy, but it doesn't hurt. They've got a really
the plastic handle is fantastic.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm not really crazy into knife. Yeah, and it's like, but this guy is pretty close in the lightness, and I just the blade and the ergonomics and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't. These are the really. I mean, other than a few other cheap end knives that I have, these guys are more in the hobbyist area, I guess you could call it. But yeah, I got both of these for Christmas from different people, and pretty nice, be able to put them in your pocket and and having a clip that holds, whether you're wearing basketball shorts or jeans and stuff like that is really important and cool. And this one, like you can I opened it up a little bit, to be able to fit in.
I opened that one up a little bit too, and I opened it up too far.
Too far, yeah. I read the reviews of people saying don't bend it out too far, but you can unscrew it, bend it back, and then screw it back on.
Which is what I need to do. I haven't done it yet. I figured I'd either do that or I'd get something to put underneath it to lift it a little bit, and then clamp it down real good to get it bent back a bit. Because when I got it, that fucker was so tight I couldn't get it on my jeans. It was pretty tight. So But Spydercos are great, man. They're inexpensive. Well, most of them are inexpensive enough.
Yeah, I think
And
this one was in
carried
like the
them-
$80.
Yeah, I carried them for many years. Spyderco was one of my preferred brands. It's really good. They make good shit.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, I guess this was
it's
the
in your-
Dragonfly.
It's a perfect like coin pocket knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is apparently this one was. I tried looking it up, but this one came up as the Army Green or something because it doesn't have the serrated blade. The British, that's right.
Yeah, the British
doesn't
grade.
have the serrated blade on it, which I like this blade better than that. But
The Spider
Yeah.
Edge is really good. The Spider Edge holds up for so long, but it is difficult to sharpen unless you've got one of the Spider, which is that's what I use actually. I still have the Spyderco Sharp Maker, but you can get them to kind of touch up the edge with that, but it does hold the edge for a really long time. But that said, I kind of like having a plain edge as well. Most of my knives these days are plain edge because you can get it so sharp. And
yeah, this I guess you say Boker.
Mhm.
It's German, but this one's nice for just zipping through them boxes.
Yep.
And I know people are probably like, "Oh no, he's using." Listen, fuckers, if I get a knife, I'm gonna use it as a damn knife. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, let me not use my knife to cut fucking paper or tape," because it might dull.
That's why you have a honing steel.
Straight up face right there.
That's right. I
But,
use my stupid expensive one for everything. The same as anything else. If it's cutting a hot dog or if it's opening a box, that's what I got a knife for.
Oh my God, Duro just paid for a limo. Historic moment, everyone. Yes, Duro, you getting in a squat. Honestly, dude, I don't like it.
Now, Will this I didn't use it to cut cardboard. I actually don't use it to cut cardboard because that really does make it dull very quickly.
No, yeah, I use it. I use it to pop tape open on boxes and stuff like that. No, for cardboard, man, fucking the box cutters. I don't know if how much Amazon shit you get at home, but that is a nice, relaxing thing for me. It's actually funny because my neighbor
the
gets
threaded tape. Yeah,
no, breaking down the boxes.
Oh yeah,
because
that's great.
I don't recycling bin.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I actually don't use a knife for Amazon boxes. I use that for stress relief. I get them out and I hold them and I punch them because if you impact them, they'll pop. Almost all of them will pop right out.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about when I break them down. When I break them down, I cut each of the flaps down, and I could fucking make that recycling bin weigh 200 pounds in just cardboard.
Sure.
So
that's what I'm saying though. I get them out, so obviously the top is open for you got whatever shit it is, but then I just put my fist through the bottom and then just rip them to flatten them out for the recycling. Yeah. But some of them, like if you get something really big and heavy, they do use some serious tape. So yeah, I'll cut those.
I see Will fucking excommunicated from the knife communities for opening post boxes. Yeah, well, use a knife as a knife. I could tell.
My stretch still sits by me. This is what I use to open post boxes or whatever. And this guy, I get into those, those small flat rate boxes, which is what most people use. If you get this blade in there and just twist, that shit comes right open. It's great.
Yeah, I actually ended up buying a pack of the box cutters because I knew I was doing something stupid because I would just have the blades that go in the box cutters because I have a pack of like 100, because I use them for scrapers and all kinds of shit. And I started getting a callus like right here, and I couldn't figure out what it was from, and it was from the blade heating up as it's going through the cardboard. And I wasn't paying attention, and it was like frying my finger. And I'm just like, the next day I'm like, damn, what are the red welt there on whatever, and then again and again, and it started building up a callus. I'm like, oh, that's from the fucking blade getting hot. I'm like, all right, well, we'll just get a little holder. So, but yeah, that's one of the few things I got for Christmas. Simple.
Right on. We, Ahmed, did you do any gift giving at all? I didn't know if you did that at all in your family.
No, I mean we did, like, we had dinner and shit on Christmas Eve. It's like my niece and nephew are off from school and everyone's around and off from work. So
right.
I don't know. I really celebrate. I mean,
yeah,
we used to do Pizza Hut on Christmas Eve. That's always fun if you're brown.
Right. So early in the chat,
we did a Secret Santa like with our crew. That was cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I saw something in chat early in chat that I wanted to share because we briefly discussed doing a kind of a year-end wrap-up of like top stuff from this last year, and Ahmed accurately suggested that. What you want to tell him what you said? That we should do that.
Wait, start over. I was reading chat.
No, that's all right. I was suggesting what we were kind of floating the idea of doing a top of 2017 of stuff that we got.
Oh yeah. He was pitched the idea, I'm like, oh, you mean shit Angsty bought and stuff Inikin sent us?
so after you said that, and before we went live, Samish posted this, which is very tiny. I'll make it bigger. There you go. So that's what he said, which I thought was very appropriate. That's pretty close.
Pretty much. I mean,
that's pretty much it.
It was a slow year for me. Probably the slowest year to date for me product wise. I don't think I tried any new juice that was like I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like Inikin made a fucking tank. Regardless of whatever I may have tried this year, I still think Inikin making back-to-back tanks that I didn't hate would have dwarfed them all. So
it's pretty significant.
Yeah, they ended the year on a bang, to be honest.
Pretty significant. And I think that is the only mouth-filling tank that I tried this year specifically. So that's, like you said, it was low volume for new stuff that I was blown away by. But for a mouth-to-lung, that Aris really is quite good. And yeah, I mean, for mech, I've been using these things for many months at this point. The freehands, now that I've got a MOSFET in them, amazing. And the Gloom is the best of them, as Will said before I got the Gloom. It's the best of them. And the Narca is obviously the only new Addy that I was like, that was blown away by. But that said, the Haku came out this last year, and I thought the Haku was really, really good. Now that said, on that note, we can do this. I did see this pop up in my feed. Let's see if I can get this to share properly. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. I'll just read it. So UKS is UK Squonkers, and they did their best of, and most of their stuff I kind of agree with. The RDA of the year is the Haku, and I think that's probably because only like 50 or 100 Narcas were out, so that was probably not going to win. The Haku got them by volume by a long way. So lots of people had that, knew how good that was, so that makes sense, and well deserved. Mech Fed of the year, Freehand Gloom, absolutely. Regulated Mod of the Year, the Palm BF. Now, I don't have a Palm BF, but I did touch one. And the Palm BF was smaller than I thought it was because the pictures online make it look quite large. It's not as big as it looks online. It's much smaller than that. But DNA 75, which is a deal killer for me. So I don't care how good the mod is. If I hate the board, no, it is not going to fly for me. Hardware Event of the Year, Mod Maker. Our buddy Rick won that, which is cool. He also won God's Gift to Squonking, which is the Mod Maker 510, which I thought was pretty cool as well. YouTube Channel of the Year, Todd's Reviews, also well deserved.
Are you reading the popularity contest list?
No, this is UK Squonkers list.
Oh, okay.
This is their popularity contest.
This is their popularity. Yeah, that's what it was. That's one of the big ones. iOS was actually on there too, which I thought was kind of funny, which makes sense. It's in the UK. Makes sense. Doop, doop, doop. I think that's all I got there. I also have. Oh, do you know what I did today? My family, my parents are in town, and we made Italian beef sandwiches tonight.
Ooh,
they were pretty good. So the only thing
like on hoagies?
Yeah. So there was only one thing that we kind of did wrong, is because we were rushing towards the end of the night to get it done before I came in here. And the problem was we couldn't let the roast rest long enough and then cool it to shave it properly. So the slices are a little too thick, and so the beef was a little too chewy compared to how you get it in Chicago. But it was really good. It was flavored very. We seasoned it like a freaking banging. It was great. Oh, so good. Duro Haku, easy to get. There's no sucking dick or jumping through hoops. They sell them every week.
I'm running a Facebook group for him that constitutes that. So
okay. If joining a Facebook group is too hard, then don't worry about it. But it really is quite easy to get those things. They are making a lot of those things because he wants everybody to have one.
Yeah.
So that's really easy to get. I did have one thing from last week that we didn't get time for and we skipped over. And I thought it was kind of interesting enough to share. So I'm going to refresh this and then kind of make it a little bit bigger. I am over 18.
Wait, go back to that screen. Can you go back to the first screen? No, I was gonna let you in shit because it put the cookie in. Damn it.
Hold on, I'll just reopen. I'll reopen the page, see if it works that time.
I was trying to see the name of the company.
Shit. Wait, let me.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I'll open it incognito window. Incognito. Yeah, there we go. There you go. And yes, I know my webcam's on the wrong settings. Deal with it.
Deal with it. Oh, US Sonic.
Zig.
Sonic. US. Uso Nix Ig.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, hack your life. It's called the Rhythm. And I don't know why you're hacking your life. And honestly, there's not a whole lot of information on here, but it was weird enough of a site that I thought I should probably share it. So the second page goes down. It shows the button again. It says more than a fire button. It's a bold design of the fire button that combines music element with mechanical principle.
Because it looks like a music note, aka it's gonna fire when you put it in your fucking pocket.
It brings but Masty, it brings you visual and tactile enjoyment.
It brings you both visual and tactile enjoyment.
Yeah,
I haven't done this in a while. Let's put my beard in my mouth.
Whoa! Running ring lights. Brilliant lights built on the advanced indication protection function. Let you know what situation device is.
I like that. What situation the device is. That's my favorite. So then you have the awkward drip tip. Say yes to the news.
What the
subvert your recognition again and again. Subverting your recognition, right? Breathe creation.
Breathe creation into your common vaping life.
Mm-hmm. So here's the thing. It looks like it's a refillable 2 mil max and it'll onboard whatever. I still don't understand this.
That shit's got Wi-Fi, 2.4 megahertz.
Yeah, this is why I wanted to share it. So instead of a coil heating it, it's actually using ultrasonic frequency, which we've seen proposed before, but I am relatively certain I haven't seen a device with that.
I think what they're referring. Are we sure that it uses that? Because I think what they're referring to is being a PWM board.
Nope. Because
it's actually ultrasonic.
Yeah. So this is where I was going to share it. So this is why this is where they get the music thing from because it's using sound. So it's vibrating. It's vibrating the e-liquid to 2,400,000 hits a second, so it's basically functioning like a nebulizer, is what it seems like to me. As opposed to heating the liquid, which is kind of neat to see something actually coming to market. That is.
Do we have a video of it?
This is all I got. So it shows you what the e-cig looks like and the particle size, and then you look at the
So they went and bought out any of the stock at the Halloween stores of the cauldrons that sit there and have the little ionizer in it and put them in there.
Yeah, basically. So your e-cig with all the bacteria and stuff is over here apparently, and then it's not over on the other side. Which
just a little bacteria.
Yeah, just a little bit, not much. Anyway, so I thought that was kind of interesting, specifically because of the ultrasonic stuff. That's clearly not the mod. The mod's goofy looking and it's got a weird switch and it's got some funny English on it.
It's like
I wonder if you have to push down or push up. You get that
I
button. It
imagine
looks like you have to push up. Really? Down?
I would have assumed so.
Look at the angle. If you push down, it's, I mean, unless it's, concave under the bottom of that button.
But it's concave up here too.
No, I'm talking about for the button to move.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it looks
do,
like it's just on
yeah.
a flat surface.
I see what you're saying now. Yeah, with that pivot point down here, obviously pushing it up would make more sense. That's true. Maybe you do kind of cram your, but that's a weird shape if you're going to be pushing it up. You would.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying though. So I'm not sure. But I thought it was interesting enough to mention.
Constitution said you push it down, it vapes. You push it up, it vapes you.
Yeah. So there's that. I thought it was interesting enough. I figured to show it to you. I'm not planning on buying one, but it's still kind of cool. Kind of. At least. I think there was somebody. God, this was like 2 or 3 years ago on Reddit that was talking about trying to do like inductive something or another. I don't even remember what it was. It was something completely different than what we were trying to do. I feel like it was.
They were using kind of like wireless technology to heat the coil up from around it. But again, the problem with that is that you're carrying a huge fucking device with you, and the power consumption is ridiculous.
Yeah, they couldn't get it small enough. They kept trying, and that's why it never came to market.
And a lot of ideas.
I mean, everybody else has just been dumping juice, or by juice, I mean power, dumping power into a coil, whether it's regulated or not. That's the same thing everybody's pretty much been doing, and doing it a little bit different. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Yeah. The Gucky said it's the same thing. Heat transfer is nothing more than kinetic energy. Yeah, exactly. So it's either heat or sonic waves. Yeah, but it's not like direct heat on the juice, right? It's, well, I don't know. I think the idea is it doesn't have to make it hot around metal. I think the idea is it makes it warm in itself, right? And so the e-liquid itself vaporizes. I don't know. I don't pretend to understand that. But apparently, I know that's how nebulizers work, at least some of them.
So, have any of you used the? I don't even know what it says.
Sorry, Niji is right, by the way. Indirect heating method is going to consume more power than our current direct method of heating. That's totally right. That has to be right.
They don't know.
Yeah.
That's what. And then I said earlier, yeah, but consumers don't care about that, nerd.
Yeah.
So, Ahmed, have you heard of the dead rabbit?
Yeah, that's a dripper.
Yeah. So, did you see that they apparently now there's a new version. It's the single coil version, and people are going apeshit about it because it's a single coil version.
Is that right? I didn't know. I hadn't seen that yet.
I'm a single coil.
Here's the picture of it.
Gotta pee.
Let's go to that. Yep.
Oh, look at that.
God, it's an interesting deck.
Why top airflow though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's top airflow that shoots downwards, though. Look at the other cap.
Yeah.
It's
well,
still
they all shoot
technically
downwards.
top.
But it's
you
still
see how
coming in from the top though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
As opposed to
well, it's keeping true to the rabbit ear design and innovative airflow of the original. That's what the airflow is. So, and this is the squonking one. So,
yeah. That is a weird deck.
I like that everything is coming with an option for BF now.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's 22 millimeter. So
that is a plus. I am very much so a 22 millimeter bitch.
And cost from Fasteco is $36.99.
There you go. There you go, Duro. There's your option if you don't want to join the
you don't want to give hand jobs like all of the rest of us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We didn't mention that the Mulcaber. He was asking about another good single coil Addy for.
Yeah, I told him that. That's what I mean. That's been probably this and the Nard have been my most two consistent vapes. Yeah, the Mulcaber. It's a 16 millimeter build deck. It's easy to build on despite the size. In fact, I never had an issue. I know he
Yeah,
released a
apparently a lot.
revision with better screws because that was like the one downside with the screws when we got them. But
Yep.
the vape's nice. It's a good restricted lung, and the AFC actually fucking works because it's slotted as opposed to the corners being rounded on the air holes. Makes a big difference in terms of actually being able to close it off with the ring. And I run mine with the single airflow cap. There's a dual one as well.
Yep.
We had Mike on. I'm pretty sure he's like the best looking guest that we've had on to date.
And maybe the most excited about vaping.
Yeah, no, he's very much so from that old school crowd who understands how vaping used to be, I guess.
So apparently on that Addy, if it's $36, but if you put in the coupon code MAP, M-A-P, it brings it down to $22.
Oh goddamn!
Damn.
If you buy that, make sure you
Yep.
get the e-packet shipping option. Just saying.
Mhm.
There are some vendors already that have it here. Apparently, Cloudy Vapor and Vape Wild. Oh no, that's the Wotofo triple core. Clapton 5-pack. Never mind.
So usually in my experience ordering anything from Fastech, if it doesn't have batteries in it, depending on the time of year, obviously it might be a little slower now. Week and a half, I think, was the quickest. 2 weeks being the longest I've waited. So
What's the status of your build, Fu? You got a question in chat asking to see the build deck.
okay.
I'm
All right. I should have done
not
that
sure.
before.
I would show you mine, but it's not built right now.
No, I realized that there was an addendum to my description earlier, but this is the build deck. I have some relatively dirty 8-wrap 25 gauge on here.
Mhm.
Wick, very simple, like Martin Yam cutting. So simple. So
Oh, simple.
no one says it better than he does.
That's absolutely true. You bought a chicken in 20 seconds.
It's velocity styled deck or posts rather, and very straightforward build. And I mount, how I do. If the coil's coming in from the side and the airflow is a little low, so I have it that's coming out from under because comes out from under is better, in my opinion. So, and I vape it like that with the airflow this way.
Yeah, partially closed.
Partially closed. It's a nice restricted lung. It's been my main bitch for a little while now. So one of my main bitches.
Dude, for get pissed, it's fantastic.
And it's I told Angsty and he called me a blasphemer. I said piss tastes better in here than it does in the Narda. So
I don't know that about that, but it is really
yeah.
And the price is right too.
Because I think it's also a matter of the fact that I can get it's a different direct lung draw or restricted lung than on the Narda.
Mm-hmm.
Like
It is.
Yeah. Which tickles the Johnny a little differently. Call my mustache.
Good job.
Ah.
Cilantro.
Ah. Ow. Okay.
Mm-hmm. As you turn into the Plumes of Hazard, you get a little get knives, you get some vaping, you might get a doorbell, and you get beard grooming,
Yeah.
And then a hair in your mouth.
and possibly a hair in your mouth.
I hope I don't swallow it because I have to go to the emergency room.
All right. So I think that's all I've got for today. Is that all you have?
The Buffalo Bills are in the playoffs, bitch.
Ooh, Cowboys are not.
But yeah, Perry.
See, I gotta set something up, so I'm gonna pause my screen for just a second. Don't end it.
All right.
But Perry from Baratube, the dude in Florida, somehow is a Bills fan. Actually, I forgot to ask him as to how that happened. I don't know if he's from Florida or he used to be.
He's a dirty little biatch. I always let him know because he's a Bills fan. Punch him in his gizzard.
Hey, y'all signed Jake Butler. Don't forget that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. They're my football team. Yesterday was very much so a butt clenching Sunday.
Samish said, "Put some water in your whiskey. Drinking it raw dog is a waste." I put
Ice cube?
in the in this glass, which is a nosing glass inside of a tumbler, which is really awesome. I put about a half of a small ice cube in it, just like a little slit. It's about this, about that big. And there was just a hair left in the bottom of it. So it's got enough to open it up. We're all good.
Ice
I
cube
promise.
usually. like to put it on the rock.
That's fine. I will absolutely put it on the rocks if it's like Doers. Like some sort of blended something, which I am not above drinking, especially after you've had a couple glasses of good stuff. Just roll over the Doers and it's fine.
I remember I made a semi-troll post in the Ideal Home Show group when I was actually at Casa Biggles. It was his informal housewarming, and a bottle of Macallan was brought in. I had an ice cube with it. I'm like, I know there are going to be a lot of people in that group that are going to disagree with how I drink.
No, it depends on how large of a glass you're drinking. You can do a whole ice cube if you've got a big glass of whiskey.
No, it was about a glass your size. I don't know. But because I'm like, I know you wouldn't care, but I'm like, just be fun to trigger some people in the Ideal Home Show group. Like, there's some people have some strong opinions on that.
Fessy said, I know for sure that Scotch rusts if you put water in it. Not sure about bourbon, though. It doesn't rust, but people that are much more fancier whiskey drinkers than I am have told you need either a spritz of water or you need just a tiny little bit of water. Because if you don't, then it doesn't open up all of the flavor notes, which is absolutely true, which is why I put just a little bit in there. And by the way, here's a little whiskey tip for you. Being with somebody that was in the service industry for a while when I was a kid, don't go and ask for a ice cube when you go into a bar. That's not cool. Order it neat, and then you order a glass of water, and then take your own damn ice cube or a little bit of water and just flick it in there. Just do it yourself. Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. Your bartender will love you.
Order the DIY the DIY kit, please. That's what they need to call it. A glass of water and.
William, people bust wine drinkers' balls, but you whiskey cultists are the worst than knife groups and cardboard cutting.
Yeah.
That may be true. It may be true. But I gotta say, I would put them roughly on the same level playing field, I think. The wine snobs are every bit as bad as the whiskey snobs. Yeah, your wine. This wine has to be at 62 degrees. If it's any warmer or colder than that, it's ruined.
Well, first of all, why the fuck are you surrounding yourself with those types of people?
I don't talk to those people.
My thing is, it's more in my experiences, I run into more whiskey people like that than wine people. Thankfully, at the same time, but I'm like, no.
Do you? That's sad.
Well, when I was like. One of my internships when I was throwing the fundraisers at Nat Sherman's, there were definitely a lot of those whiskey people there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like an inexperienced drinker like myself at the time getting thrown into a pack of wolves when it came to bourbon and cognac and scotch and whiskey. And I was just like, fuck you guys.
You mean cognac, right? You should say cognac the next time you're there. Yes, go dogs. I do have family that went to UGA. They did happen to win earlier. That's awesome.
Where's
thoughts
Texas
on
A&M in
whiskey
the bowl
stones?
game?
I like whiskey stones for a blended whiskey that you didn't pay much money for. You just want it cooler, and you don't want to put too much water in it to like you icing it down. Don't ever order your shit on the rocks. That's terrible.
Actually, drinking it's already cooler.
Yeah. So I did have a really cool stainless one with like a core of some whatever magical material that kept it a little chilly but not too cold, and you didn't water it down.
So I was going to ask you, did you guys see the new? Well, I don't know how new from Dot Mod.
Yeah, is that for Kim and Kanye? What the fuck is that?
Let me zoom in here because my screenshot is gigantic. Bring in the new year. Celebrate the vaping community with us and ring in 2018 with an exclusive addition to your Dot Mod collection.
Mike, okay, I have one question.
$150. Ready?
One question.
24 karat gold Dot Bling is the name of it. What in the fuck? Why?
Well, are the diamonds there to insulate against the eventual arcing you're going to get with that mod?
And then here's the other one. Like, are you for real? Do you know how much Winfrey cheese that's going to add up in there?
Yeah,
that's a silver.
I think someone who would buy that doesn't care about things like that.
$2,000 for that shit.
Hey, you know, I guess Trump's got to have a vape too.
He wouldn't know. He would
He's got some gaudy tendencies. Come on now.
he would use a jewel with the mango pod and say that he loves Southeast Asian people or something.
That's probably true. So two things. Castillo asked, "What's wrong with Scotch on the rocks?" I guess there's nothing. I wouldn't put it on the rocks if you're paying any sort of money for it because it waters it down and makes it taste kind of well watered down. There's nothing wrong with that. But somebody else asked, I missed it. Where to go? Keith Newton. Any gin drinkers? I'm a big fan of Hendrix. Hendrix and tonic in the summer is awesome. It's a great drink. I really like it.
All about gin and tonic like that.
Yeah, some gin gets a little junipery, a little piney for me, but I really like Hendrix quite a bit. There was another one too. It started with a V, like Uncle Victor, Uncle.
I'm a gin over vodka martini guy.
Something I don't remember what that. That was like it was an herbal something or another gin, and it was really kind of interesting as well. I've had that before, but Hendrix is my jam if I'm drinking gin.
I used to be all about the classy Seagram's gin with Seagram's ginger ale.
7-7, whatever it is.
Yeah, Fleischmann's gin is probably the worst gin I've ever had.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that.
The only gin it's the only gin that I can drink a lot of and get sick from. Everything else that I drank a lot of, I'm fine.
Sure.
Yeah, Fleischmann's is. But
This was me yesterday. Yeah.
I just see a purple mast.
I see a purple masty.
Oh no! Here we go. Ding!
Oh
Jaeger
man!
bombs.
Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs.
Delicioso.
Jaeger bombs.
Like I said on my post, I was like, dude, a shot of Jaeger followed by a NyQuil chaser.
Well,
Good
when
to
you're
go.
when you're from Florida, you're never too old for a Jaeger bomb.
I was going to say, Masty, I had no idea you were a 20-year-old white girl.
No, but he's from Florida, though. That's what I mean. You're never too old for a drink like that, because just 2 blocks away, I'm sure there's some.
There is.
Exactly. Anywhere in Florida, even if you're middle of the swamp, 2 blocks away, there's.
Yeah, but but straight up Jaeger too. You know, some people are like, eh. And the funny thing is, I don't like licorice. Like licorice, just straight licorice.
It's fucking gross.
I like fennel. I don't like licorice.
I can do every so often. I can do some Jaeger and some Red Bull. Good to go.
Last time I had a sip of Jaeger was in the state of Missouri.
Mm.
So it was a very defining moment in which I'm like, yeah, no more Jaeger after today, and I stuck to it.
Stomach tonic and energy drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So tasty.
I drink wine. I did have some delicious wine this afternoon. My brother has quite a collection he's built.
Yeah.
It was some 2012 shit. I didn't look at the bottle or anything, but it was some of the smoothest shit I've had in recent memory.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll have a glass, maybe change, whatever. I drank 3 glasses and change.
I'm not a fan of wine. The only one it's probably the ones that I think. Well, the ones that I've tasted. Oh, nice. The ones that I've always tasted have always been like dry and stuff like that. And we went up to, when we were up hunting in upstate New York, we went to some of the wineries up there, which I didn't even know. The wineries and the meateries up in upstate New York. If you get a chance and you're up there, amazing, fucking amazing. Up by the Finger Lakes. And that was some of the wineries up there. And they have the where they cold press the grapes, and the wine is sweet. And it's, sweeter. It's not a dry. Man, you can just drink that shit like it was, juice. It was good stuff. It was very sweet. But yeah, the meaderies up there, I mean, it's awesome. But
we've had that trip that I took with my wife for our anniversary a couple months ago. We took the week off. We actually did go to a couple of wineries, and there was some not bad wine down there, down in South Texas. Now, some of it's kind of but there's a couple of them that were pretty decent.
Well, with all the glaciers and stuff up there, and where they're growing where these wineries are, you know, the water that they're using and all that stuff is, you know, is. I mean, that was one of the craziest things was walking out, and I think it was Kuka Lake, and you know, which has all been. One side is sheer cut from the glaciers. That water is amazing. I mean, like so clear. It's like crazy. You can fucking see like 30 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know, that's insane. So,
and wines are good to vape with too. Just saying.
Yeah.
Mints. If you like mint, I mean, mints go with a lot of things, but a red, and I was vaping piss today. That was good. I don't think I've done that yet. So.
Red and pissed. I don't know if I would have thought.
Well, this red I was having was probably, I guess it was better than a lot of the shit because there was no bitter end note. Like, you know, where it's just like, you know, like there was no bite on the end. It was like really smooth.
Guy Vape said, Guy Vape said, Jaeger bomb drunk, wired and fucked off your face. Don't miss it.
But
that's the best part. You just keep drinking.
It was good shit. Yeah, I don't drink too often, but I'll always be down for a good red.
Wait a minute.
Peter wants to know if you played Tin Cup yet.
Have I had Tin Cup yet? Do you mean that
golf movie with
Kevin golf movie with Kevin?
Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner. I don't know what he means besides that. If he doesn't.
Yeah.
Dude, piss and tequila shots have to be pretty good. Come on.
Absolutely.
If you're
in your tequila shot,
tequila probably makes Dr. Creamy's taste decent.
Yeah. I gave up shots in college, man. I don't do shots anymore. That's
yeah. Can confirm he would not do a shot with us when we launched our juice line.
Yeah,
can confirm.
Right, I forgot about I said
that was just like boo.
Yeah, boo this man. Boo.
It's a bad idea.
I don't do shots anymore either, but I kind of had to do one for that. Just cuts.
As soon as Angsty would have done that shot, it would have been the Kill Bill freaking background music going wee wee wee, and just flashbacks just coming back. Just
bad things happen. That's right. Bad things happen.
Suddenly Angsty like crushes the glass on his forehead like.
No, he goes like this. He crushes and he goes, nerds.
And he goes to rip off his sleeves. He goes to rip off his sleeves and then remembers he already did it.
Yeah.
It would have been bad news.
That would have been great shit posting material.
Oh, Peter said Suburban Rye, a tin cup. That is. I've not had tin cup before. I'm not a big bourbon fan. In general, bourbons tend to be quite sweet, and I'm not a big fan. It's not bad. I don't have any objection to them, but I cannot do sour mash whiskeys like Jack Daniels and Jim Beam. After college, that's the only sort of liquor that I can't drink anymore. Like that I used to enjoy, that I can't do. Everybody's got one. I think most people have one.
That's the one I will drink just as a safe bet if I'm somewhere where their drink selection sucks or something. It's like the old trusty is a Jack and Diet or a Jack and Coke for me.
Can't do it.
Still is.
The problem was I was 19 and a half and I paid an upperclassman to buy me a fifth of Jack, and I sat at a party just pounding, just carrying the bottle around and just drinking straight out of it, and got ripped and threw up everywhere all the time. It was bad news.
I've had a Dark Horse, the Union Horse Distillery. That's that rye whiskey from Kansas.
Yeah,
some good shit.
Yeah, if it's a rye,
it's not a mash rye. It's a rye.
Will says he's the same. The smell Jim Beam getting retro for 20 years. Yeah, I went to some fucking restaurant a while back, and I ordered a burger or some shit, right? And it came with come to find out later, it came with a Jack Daniels barbecue sauce on it. And I took a bite of it, and I was like, like it just started. It was not okay. All right. Is there any more booze talk? Or are we done?
Not booze talk, but something I remembered. Something funny I did today. The escalator that goes in the subway station up to the stop where my brother's apartment is. It's a pretty steep escalator, and I took a video over my shoulder, looking down, specifically to fuck with a coworker who doesn't do that because he's afraid of heights.
Doesn't like heights, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, everyone's afraid of them to an extent. That's kind of like how I help get over that, and it's still not 100%. It's just to look back and just whatever. So I did one of these, and I'm like, "You scared yet?" Scary.
The station in DC, the DuPont Circle one, that fucking escalator is forever. It is huge coming out from the metro. I'm like, damn, man, I took a picture looking down. It's
yeah, I know exactly which escalator you're talking about.
Yeah, it's right by where all the embassies are. If that fucker breaks, RIP fat people.
So the last time I was on that escalator, there was a dude. I heard a cat meowing. I thought I was tripping. Like it was like 8 o'clock at DC. I thought I heard a cat meowing. We were on this escalator. The dude behind us had a big dude in a giant fucking North Face jacket, like burly looking dude. He has a cat in his foot. He's inside pocket of his jacket. I look at him. I look like, no. He's like, yeah.
That's awesome.
There's one of those escalators in D terminal in DFW. It's fucking huge. It just keeps going. You almost can't see the top when you start it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Let's kill it.
Thank you for joining us here on the first show of 2018. We look forward to seeing you often. We'll see you again next week.
Number 1.
That's right. We'll see you again next week. We will be back talking to vape and shit, talking random other shit, and probably booze. Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Later, everybody. Peace.
Here's a random outro for you.
Dirty Bastard, live and uncut.
If young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
Hey! Train drop, dip drop, and I want that crack. With cheese drop.
Fucking on your bitch, yeah. Cooking up, skip it, pop, pop.
Great quarter wall.
But I got one question to ask you, bro. Did it feel good, though?
We are number 1. Hey! We are number 9. Hey!
Let's go.
We got
Net neutrality.
I put a hole in your pants. Can't keep my dick in my pants.
Man.
I trap on the road. Moving that cornflakes. Boom.